Want me to tell you a huge secret? Huge. The easiest and the hardest part of success is actually simply just showing up. That's it. That's all I got. It's really that simple. 80% of success is showing up. The other 20% is doing what needs to be done. And today I want to discuss with you this aspect ratio. Let's go. Like diamonds, I'm watching how you glow. What's up, everybody? It's your boy AJ here, coming through your TV screen, your phone screen, your laptop screen, and beyond. How you blood doing, mate? Let's talk about the aspect ratio. Showing up is 80%. 20% is actually doing what needs to be done. Why I'm actually mentioning this to you is because succeeding is not as heart-wrenching as you might think it is. Succeeding is most so based on persistence. Once you understand the scope you fall in, once you understand the do's and the don'ts, once you understand the ins and the outs of whatever it is you're trying to accomplish, 80% of succeeding at that is actually simply just showing up. So if you make it, if you appear, you have done 80% of what you need to do. Why am I bringing this up to you? Is for the simple fact of you can become the best you, and it can be easier than you think. See, a lot of times when we think about succeeding, we think of this uphill battle, this steep hill we have to climb, and though that is partly true, what is also true is that 80% of that work is simply just showing up. The hill that you have to climb, that obstacle you have to get over, that bullet that you have to dodge, 80% of accomplishing that is simply just showing up. The other 20 is based on persistence. Showing up every day, all day. There's a theory that I usually go by, and I've been living by this for a long time. The hardest thing to do in your life is to act. But it is also the easiest thing. And it's easy because once you think of the pros and the cons, and once you think of what you have to gain if you make the decision versus what you have to lose if you don't, then making the decisions become really easy. And this statement right here, 80% of succeeding is actually showing up. The other 20% is consistency. Being persistent. Showing up all the time. Every time. Once you show up, doing the rest will be easier than you think. Because if you had the strength with all the things going on in this world today, if you had the strength to simply show up, being persistent becomes that much easier. You are better than you think. And I say this a million times in my video. You are greater than you think. You have power. Whether you think so or not, I'm educating you and letting you know you have power. Don't be afraid to use it to help you grow, to use it to accomplish an opportunity, to use it to overcome an obstacle, to use it to be the best you. You are better and greater than you think. And your success, 80% of it gets accomplished by you showing up. If you don't show up for the people around you, if you don't show up for your loved ones, show up for yourself. And let you showing up for yourself be a consistent factor in you trying to get where you need to be. And I promise you, when you do that 80 and that 20, 100% of it will become your success. So I'm going to repeat that statement one more time. Succeeding, 80% of it is showing up. The other 20 is consistency. If you combine those two, there's nothing, and I say nothing, that will hold you down. Whatever goal you strive for, whether you accomplish it on a lower magnitude, a higher magnitude, or you accomplish it alternatively, whether you accomplish it in some other way, shape, or form, you show up, and you show up all the time. You show up, and you show up consistently. And your accomplishments will continuously be ticked off. Because I repeat the statement again, succeeding, 80% of it is showing up. The other 20 is consistency. Now, in the midst of that, you're going to be weighed down by doubt. You're going to be weighed down by obstacles. You're going to be weighed down by people, other people trying to tear you down. In the midst of all that, I want you to remember something. Even if you get knocked down, you showed up. 80% of the work is already done. You get knocked down, get back up, and show up back again tomorrow. And that is the consistency that I've been talking about. That is the other 20% that you need. Because showing up, that 80%, to get that other 20 is going to be the difficult part. To get that other 20, which is consistently striving for the things you want, even though life knocks you down, beats you down into the ground, and leave you with nothing left but to give up. You see that consistency? Dare I say, that consistency comes very much in handy. Why am I telling you all of this? Because I've lived it. I've lived it. Me doing the things I do in my everyday life are years in the making, including speaking to you through this video. This is 10 years in the making, and it's showing up consistently. Having a plan, sticking to it, even though life knocks me down with this problem and this obstacle and that obstacle, I still show up, and I show up every day, even if I'm a shell and a fraction of myself. Once I show up, once I muster the strength to show up, that's all I need to get through it. Like I said, back to the beginning, showing up is 80% of your success. The other 20 is your consistency. And though they might both be difficult depending on what type of person you are, if you stick to those two things, your success will be guaranteed, even in the worst outcomes. So dare I say, you want to succeed. You can succeed. But your success, 80% of it is showing up. The other 20 is persistence, consistence, doing it repetitively and showing up all the time. And watch yourself grow. Watch yourself become great. With that being said, with that being understood, it's your boy AJ, and I'm signing out.